Welcome to Good Day LA. It's 8 o'clock on this Tuesday, February 3rd. I'm Jen Lammers.
I'm Bob DeCastro, and here's a look at some of the stories we'll be covering this morning. We are following breaking news this morning. Disney's Bob Iger has named his successor. We'll tell you who will be taking over the Disney empire. Mario.
As the LA County Board of Supervisors is set to meet this morning, immigrant rights groups are planning a rally downtown highlighting housing instability, what they're demanding. Just ahead in the live report.
And LA28 made a big announcement this morning for the highly anticipated 2028 Olympic soccer tournaments. We have the details, but first let's get over to Maria for a check on our forecast.
Yeah, our very hot forecast coming up. We've got an area of high pressure still in control of our weather, mostly sunny skies out here. The clouds really mostly offshore, and that's because of the winds blowing from the northeast toward the southwest. These offshore winds are going to get stronger as we get into later today and into tomorrow. Temperatures right now starting to warm up a little bit. 55 in Pasadena, even in Corona, it's now in the 40s, 47 degrees. 53 in Burbank, 53 in Santa Ana, up in Big Bear, still below freezing, 28 degrees to that 64 in Palm Springs. High temperatures this afternoon. We'll get to those upper 80s in the Palm Springs area and the low desert. High desert 71, up into the Big Bear mountains 58 degrees with plenty of sunshine, and downtown LA around 83. Similar conditions for the valleys and the Inland Empire, well above normal to those low 70s at the coast. Just watch the morning fog, some of it a little patchy along our coastline. I'll show you the rest of the forecast in just a few moments, but first let's check back with Stu up in Sky Fox, get another look at our traffic conditions. Are you tailing this guy in this hot car? What's going on, this muscle car, Stu?
Maria, honestly, it's like it just caught my eye. I zoomed in on it and I heard you saying, let's go up to Stu. And you know what? You know I love the old cars. And you know what? This is one of those ones. For me, that's like almost undesirable. That was like the Camaro when I was a kid that you didn't even give a second look to. Now it's a classic. I love how times change. This is a 78, 79. Z28 Camaro. Let's take a look at the drive, though. That's what we're here for. That's going to be the 405 southbound from the North Hills area. Yeah, it's going to be tough today. That hot rod's not going to be stretching its legs for a while. But let's take a look. From the 118, it looks like it's kind of wide open, and then all of a sudden you're on the brakes. It opens up just a little bit right before Sherman Way, but it is super slow and go. At 405 southbound, definitely give yourself extra time. It's a tough Tuesday on the freeway, that's for sure. Northbound, don't even talk about it. Wide open and moving well. Sending it back to y'all in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Sue. Thank you so much. Let's get to that breaking news. Disney has announced who will take its place and run the Mouse House. The company has named its parks chief, Josh D'Amaro, to succeed Bob Iger as the entertainment giant's top executive. D'Amaro has been with Disney and has been Disney Experience's chairman, spearheading efforts for the company's theme parks, cruises, and resorts. He was named CEO after a unanimous vote by Disney's board yesterday. Bob Iger will retire for a second time as head of Disney March the 18th at Disney's annual meeting. That's the day D'Amaro will take over that position.
It's a big job. All right, so immigrant communities are coming together to demand bold action now from the LA County Board of Supervisors.
Mario Ramirez is live in downtown LA with the details on this. Mario.
Bob, Jen, good morning. Activists say immigrant families are struggling with housing instability and access to basic services, and we're going to see calls for action here in about an hour. We're just outside the Hall of Administration building here, and pretty soon this plaza will be filled with immigrant families, seniors, and advocates demanding action from LA County leaders. So take a look. This rally being organized by Immigrants RLA, a coalition of more than 100 organizations. Advocates tell us immigration enforcement is intensifying, rented evictions are rising, and more families, especially immigrant seniors, are struggling to stay housed and access basic county services. Now, during the rally today, community leaders and people directly impacted, they'll speak out calling for more resources, especially as the county enters a critical budget season. And that's important because inside the building today, the Board of Soups is taking up two major items that are directly related. First, the board will receive a report on the county's budget, including how federal and state policy changes could impact county workers, service providers, and the safety net programs many immigrant families rely on. And second, agreement. Supervisors considering moving forward with stronger tenant protections, including a proposal to raise the eviction threshold. That'll make it harder for landlords to evict tenants over small amounts of unpaid rent in unincorporated parts of the county. But activists say they want those protections expanded to the entire city of LA, not just unincorporated parts of the county, covering an additional 2.3 million residents. So the pressure is on today inside and outside the building. That rally is set to get underway at 9 o'clock this morning, and the Board of Supervisors meeting at 9:30. We're going to have more for you on Good Day LA. For now, live downtown, I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
Getting underway there shortly, Mario. Thank you. Developing this morning, the House will hold a procedural vote today on a bill to end the partial government shutdown. Speaker Mike Johnson can afford to lose only one Republican on party line votes. The measure would fund most of the government through September the 30th and the Homeland Security Department for 2 weeks, giving lawmakers a little time to negotiate potential reforms for immigration enforcement. The ongoing partial government shutdown will delay Friday's January jobs report. This marks the second time in 5 months work has stopped at the federal government's primary economic statistics agency. The report will be rescheduled when funding resumes. Other key reports, including job openings and labor turnover, will also be delayed.
Olympic soccer fans across the country now have a chance to see group match or knockout games closer to home.
LA28 this morning announced 6 more soccer venues. Gigi Graciette is live at the Rose Bowl with more on this. Gigi.
And this may have taken soccer fans by surprise, considering that of the 6 new stadiums announced, the 7th, of course, is the Rose Bowl. Only 2 are in California. They're not even in Los Angeles. The rest are out of state. Take a look. The selected stadiums span the country from east to west, starting in New York, and include Columbus, Ohio, Nashville, Tennessee, St. Louis, Missouri, and then San Jose and San Diego right here in California. Now, according to LA28, this is going to allow more fans from across the country to take part in the Olympics, and it will also help minimize travel demands, as well as allow the athletes increased recovery time between matches. These group, stage, and knockout matches will ultimately lead up to the final stage matches here at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, which will also host the gold medal matches for both the men and women's tournaments in July of 2028. Now, the actual schedule for both the women and the men's tournaments will be released right before tickets go on sale in April. Reporting live in Pasadena, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi. Thank you. Now the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, the mom of Today's Show co-anchor Savannah Guthrie.
Sandra's here in the studio, and she has the latest for us.
We keep wanting to hear more developments in this story, right? Any new details to help this case, because time is of the essence. This is a heartbreaking mystery that's captured the nation's attention, and the investigation is looking grim. Here's what we know right now. 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie was last seen Saturday night at her home outside of Tucson, Arizona. Her family reported her missing around noon on Sunday, setting off a massive search and rescue mission. Authorities don't believe she left on her own, but rather is a victim of kidnapping or abduction. Blood was reportedly found inside her home. Investigators are combing through video from many security cameras in the area, including her home as well as her neighbors' homes as well, local businesses and traffic lights. Here's how the Arizona sheriff leading the investigation described the urgency of this search.
This is a 84-year-old lady who suffers from some physical ailments, has some physical challenges, is in need of medication that if she doesn't have in 24 hours, it could be fatal.
But this is not a cognitive issue here. She is sharp as a tack. She would not wander off by herself on her own. That's according to authorities there. And police have not identified a suspect and say they are not aware of any threats against her daughter. Savannah says the family is leaning heavily on faith as this search continues. She posted this message on social media. Part of it reads, "We believe in prayer. We believe in voices raised in union, in love, in hope. We need you." Savannah, of course, did not appear on the Today Show yesterday, won't be hosting the opening ceremony for the Winter Olympics either, and she is in Tucson right now, aiding in the investigation. So we'll see if more developments come up throughout the morning and throughout the day. Of course, we're worried about her family and hoping for some good news.
A lot of evidence there. They have to look through security cameras, cameras that were at her house, and the neighborhood as well.
Yeah, DNA evidence inside the house.
And some of that information they may have, they're just not releasing it.
Right.
Yeah.
So they are staying fairly tight-lipped about this right now.
So hopefully we'll know more.
Hopefully there's a good end to all this. All right, thank you. So still ahead, a local Catholic school has been vandalized. We're going to show you the tens of thousands of dollars in damage left behind.
Also, are you a rude traveler? You might not even know it. We'll tell you the annoying habits that can instantly annoy the locals.
Our top stories this morning: a man was hit and killed by a car when he tried to run across a freeway in Anaheim overnight. The accident happened about 12:45 this morning on the North 5 freeway at Gene Autry Way. All northbound lanes were closed until the unidentified man's body could be removed and the totaled sedan that hit him was hauled away. The freeway reopened at about 4:30 this morning.
Police have raided the offices of Elon Musk's social media platform X in Paris. They say it's related to an investigation into a range of alleged offenses, including spreading child sex abuse images and sexually explicit deepfakes created by the platform's AI chatbot, Grok. The investigation opened a year ago. X has not commented on the raid.
The owners of the LA home where Marilyn Monroe died are suing the city. They say the house in Brentwood was designated a historic cultural landmark after they bought it without any public purpose or compensation. The couple bought the home for more than $8 million in 2023 and planned to demolish it. The city has not responded yet to the suit.
Students and faculty at the Holy Innocents Catholic School in Long Beach are heartbroken after someone broke in, caused all sorts of damage, even defecated on school grounds. Investigators estimate $100,000 worth of damage to the newly upgraded, nearly 70-year-old school. Criminals cut wires, knocked out the internet, wiped out the AV system, and destroyed musical instruments. But the sisters say what's most disturbing, the vandals desecrated devotional statues in the school's chapel.
There are crucifixes, there are statues of the Blessed Mother, there are, the tabernacle itself was taken and thrown on the floor and the sacred host is there. That to me is more traumatizing than anything else. It's not just like the material things, right? It's the heart behind the thing.
Investigators collected fingerprints and saliva, which was left behind by the criminals who had food and drinks while vandalizing the school.
Tonight, the race for California governor takes center stage on Fox 11 and our Fox Local app. Candidates will face off in a high-stakes debate as key issues from public safety to the economy are front and center.
Fox 11's Marla Tellez, KTVU political reporter Greg Lee, and KTVU anchor Andre Sr. will moderate the debate. 7 candidates are facing off at San Francisco's historic Ruth Williams Bayview Opera House. The field will face a wide range of questions drawn from the public, community leaders, journalists, and debate organizers.
This race has so many names in it, and it's so important for our viewers to take the time, because whomever gets the keys to California is going to drive the economy, housing affordability for the next 4 years.
We're going to be focused on those same questions that impact everyone's lives, whether you're from the Black community or from any other community in California. When you talk about, you know, the affordability here in the state, when you talk about homelessness, when you talk about public safety, education, all of these things are relevant broadly to all Californians.
There's a lot at stake for sure, and taking part tonight will be former U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Javier Becerra, political commentator Steve Hilton, current San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan, and billionaire businessman Tom Steyer, as well as State Superintendent of Public Instruction Tony Thurmond, former L.A. Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa, and former State Controller Betty Yee. You can watch the debate from 5:30 to 8 on Fox 11 or stream it on the Fox Local app.
Meantime, up in the Bay Area, final preparations are underway ahead of Sunday's big game, and San Francisco leaders are hoping the global spotlight will help reset the city's image.
Ready to have the eyes of the world on San Francisco for Super Bowl 60. I always tell people, every San Franciscan, that my #1 priority is keeping everyone in our city safe.
The last time the Bay Area hosted a Super Bowl was back in 2016 and has since struggled with pandemic fallout, especially in the downtown area. And now the mayor is touting a drop in crime, fewer homeless tent encampments. About 1.3 million people are expected to visit the Golden City this weekend as the Seahawks take on the Patriots at Levi Stadium.
1.3 million people. That whole city is going to look different.
Yeah, I'm telling you, nothing's cheap there, you know.
Nope.
It's already expensive to get a hotel room there. I can't imagine how much the hotel rooms are for Super Bowl weekend.
I was just looking up like 12,000 Airbnbs.
Wow.
So all getting ready for everybody to come for the Super Bowl. We've got some good weather on tap as we look ahead to this coming weekend. A couple changes, some subtle changes as we get to the upcoming weekend. But really today and tomorrow, we're talking about some really warm temperatures for us. High pressure's in control right now, and you can tell, look at the west, how clear it is with that ridge of high pressure, with the offshore flow. And then as we get into tomorrow, it's going to be even hotter with those winds kicking up to near 45, even 55 miles an hour. So we do have wind advisories going into effect tomorrow through Thursday, and fire danger will probably go up as well because of these hotter temperatures and gustier winds. Now, as we get to Friday, we're watching this little disturbance move to our south. Friday and Saturday, we're looking at some clouds, a little bit of a stronger onshore flow and a sea breeze, and notice some of the green stuff showing up here on the radar. So just a 10% chance we could see some light sprinkles as this disturbance moves to our south. But generally, 90% dry as we continue into the weekend. And then as we look ahead to next week, Monday and Tuesday, we're watching an area of low pressure to swing south, and that could change our weather pattern significantly in a way of bringing us some rain. So there is a slight chance, greater chance, maybe 20%, that we could see some rain next week, Monday into Tuesday. Here's another look at that model. 10% Friday, Saturday for some sprinkles, and then that 20% beginning late Monday into Tuesday. Right now, we're looking at the wind advisory that will go into effect tomorrow. Portions of Orange County, the Inland Empire, those winds gusting near 45 to 55 miles an hour. So just keep that in mind, please. That means hazardous driving conditions for you with those stronger winds. Also, that fog still around in the mornings up through parts of the Grapevine and headed up to the 5 freeway and Bakersfield. Here's Big Bear. We got lots of sunshine expected up at the mountains with that high temperature this afternoon getting into the upper 50s. Riverside, still kind of cool at this hour in the low 50s, but getting to those mid 80s a little later this afternoon. And then as we look to the beach in Laguna, in Orange County, lots of sunshine today, getting into those upper 70s. Beautiful day expected today with those dry conditions. All right, I'll show you the 7-day forecast in just a couple minutes, so stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Live shot at LAX. I think we're still the warmest place in the country, right?
I think we are.
At least in the contiguous U.S.
Is it us and Arizona?
I think it'll be us today.
Us?
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
That could be a 90.
Neener.
Yeah, sorry. Not. Freezer staple for many families is going away. Minute Maid will discontinue its frozen canned juices. This is according to Good Housekeeping. Coca-Cola, which owns Minute Maid, says the juice category is growing and they're focusing on product that consumers want. Frozen juices will be still available while supplies last. Frozen orange juice concentrate was developed during World War II to help improve the quality of food for American soldiers, kind of like Spam. I think
That's
Spam
right.
also created during the war. After the war, the product quickly became a staple on American breakfast tables. And Spam is Maria's staple.
Spam is Maria's jam.
It
Right.
is my jam.
Okay, so now, you know, when you're traveling to a new place, of course, it's not your intention to offend anybody, but sometimes you just don't know any better. It can happen. And this morning, Huffington Post releases the do's and don'ts when traveling to other countries. According to an etiquette expert, you should do your research about where you're going. Don't assume that everybody speaks English, okay? Why are you looking at me for that? Don't be loud and rowdy. Don't do it. Dress and behave appropriately, and also follow time norms. They say the best mentality to have is that you're a stranger visiting somebody else's home.
Do you think it's better, like
Respect.
when you're in a foreign country, do you already say, like, you know, buenos dias, or do you say good morning? Like, should you try to
When
speak
I'm visiting
the language
Mexico,
first?
I will try my best.
Or is that's polite?
I know how to order a coffee in Spanish.
Yeah. Sometimes I just cringe when I hear, like,
I know.
Americans trying to speak.
But at least
and
they try. That's
I
the
know,
thing.
but it's like, como se llama? And you're like, oh, Lord. I'm like, don't.
Buenos dias.
I said, I'm thinking to myself,
Cafe con
they know how to
leche.
speak English. They can understand you perfectly well. You don't need to start speaking Spanish to them. You know, I was like, anyway, I don't know.
I think it's cute.
You think it's cute?
Yeah.
You do?
I think it's good to try.
Okay.
It's always sweet to try to stay.
Hey, I'm not going to shame anybody for trying.
Yeah.
I tried Duolingo. Dua Lipa. I tried Dua Lipa during the pandemic.
Yeah.
You did? She's hot.
Yeah.
She's hot.
Didn't work. She is
For
very
sure.
hot.
8:26 your time. Still ahead. A world-famous mummies exhibit is returning to LA, and Coco is there this morning. Hi.
Good morning. That's right. It's returning to the California Science Center. I've already learned a lot, so you're going to learn a lot this morning, too. Coming up, we're going to introduce you to the Baroness and talk about her natural mummification process.
Hola, buenos días a todos. Hoy es martes.
Hello, good morning to everyone.
Right. Yeah. What he said.
Yeah. Today is Tuesday.
That's right.
That's what he said.
That's the extent of it.
Yeah, me too. Listen, Filipino and Spanish very similar.
Well, many words.
Right. Many words overlap. Yeah. Because the Philippines we were ruled by the Spaniards for over 300 years.
Italian is similar to
We're cousins. Yeah.
We're cousins. That's why we say practicamos español todos los días.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's far beyond me.
No, we practice Spanish every day.
Sí, señorita.
See? Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
Not Duolingo. With Dua Lipa. Okay, let's talk about the heat. Let's talk about the clima. You better watch it. I'll start doing the weather like they do it on Telemundo.
Ooh, don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, Bobby, why would you look down there? Yeah. I saw you looking down there. That's how they do like this. Hi.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You need a couple BBLs before.
Something.
I know.
I was naturally like that, you know.
That's right.
South of
That's
the border.
right, girl.
Yeah. Hey, I watch sometimes. I try to learn my Spanish that way. Good morning to you. We've got some winds. The wind will be the issue and the problem for us as we get into later today and tomorrow. Those winds will be gusty, 45 to 55 miles per hour, and so wind advisories will be going into effect. This, of course, will bring up the temperatures, and we're going to talk about temperatures that are more like the summer highs rather than winter highs. Friday will start to cool things down, so it's kind of a little mini heat wave Friday into Saturday, although a little bit cooler, will still be above normal. And there's actually a 10% chance we could see some sprinkles, mainly over the mountains and foothills. So we'll like that. We'll like the welcome change, right? 56 degrees currently in downtown LA with the winds mostly calm, but definitely coming from that northeasterly direction. So you can see how it's that offshore flow already, and it will get stronger as we get into tomorrow and Thursday. 83 is what we're expecting for downtown LA. That is well above the normal of 68. Tomorrow, in fact, even hotter. We're expecting 88 degrees. It's a good thing we got all that rain. We still have a surplus, almost 7 inches above seasonal. To that 88 in Palm Springs. All right, let's check in on traffic. We have Samada back with a look at our freeways and what's going on out there on our drive. Hey, Samada.
Yeah, good morning, Maria. Good morning, everyone. We do have a brand new problem spot. Unfortunately, we're taking you out to the Long Beach area. If this is part of your commute at this hour, plan ahead, leave early. The southbound side, the 605 at the 405. This just occurred, so we don't have a whole lot of details other than the fact there's a lot of activity and it has you delayed through that stretch there, as you can see. And here's a look at a real-time traffic. We've got over an hour leaving downtown, driving through mid-city to get to Santa Monica, 40 minutes northbound 110 from the 405. It is foggy here, and give yourself 40 minutes. And speaking of the fog, look at this shot. This is through the Tustin area, both directions of the 5 at Tustin Ranch. It's really difficult to see, but glad to see that the vehicles are driving at a nice pace. Back to you two.
Samada, thank you. So new this morning, Lindsey Vonn says she is confident she can compete at the Milano Cortina Olympics despite revealing she ruptured her ACL during a race last week.
So relieved here. The news comes as Team USA has announced the flag bearers for the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics. Speed skater Aaron Johnson and bobsledder Frank DeLuca will carry the U.S. flag on Friday in Milan. Jackson is the first black woman to win individual Winter Games gold, while DeLuca is the first bobsledder in 70 years to lead the U.S. delegation. Both athletes call the honor deeply meaningful. The 3-hour opening ceremony will be unique, with events spread across Italian cities. Mariah Carey is set to perform as the ceremony's headliner.
Oh. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah. That's the perfect intro for my stories.
I knew it was coming up. I knew it was coming up.
You know, I'm going to tell you what his #1 song is, and it might surprise you according to Billboard. Entertainment.
Man in the Mirror?
No. Entertainment is sponsored by
Thriller?
Yamava Resort and Casino.
Billie Jean.
Let her get through it. After a record-breaking 116.2 million views for the Michael teaser, Lionsgate is releasing the official trailer and basically saying, don't stop till you get enough.
Is that it?
You know what I'm after?
You want to be the biggest star in the world?
We need to capitalize on Michael's success because the Jackson family is the brand. That's our Coca-Cola.
Ooh, that is the new trailer for the Michael Jackson biopic. And if you're thinking, hey, he actually does resemble Michael Jackson, that's because child stardom over the Jackson 5 to becoming, I would say, the most global superstar.
I would say so too.
Biggest pop star of all time.
Biggest pop star of all time. International sensation.
Right.
It's also expected to touch on both the spectacle and controversies surrounding the late artist. Michael is set to premiere in theaters on April 24th. We think this may have the award season edge to it.
Interesting.
In the spring, remember, Sinners came out in the spring last year and is obviously making awards history with 16 nominations. Yep. So maybe
is that Miles Teller? Is he in the movie? Miles Teller,
Coleman Domingo, Miles Teller. Yeah, quite the cast.
So Don't Stop Till You Get Enough is like, it's like immediately you're running onto the dance floor, right?
Oh, I love.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's number one?
Number one song according to Billboard.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
PYT?
No.
Beat It.
It's not Beat It. Beat It's 5, according to Billboard.
Okay, so what is it?
Say with Paul McCartney.
Come on.
That is
Get out of here.
According to Billboard, it's Say. And number 2, Billie Jean.
Billie Jean, I'll believe. Say what? Say.
Yeah, that was number 1 on according to Billboard.
Number 1, what? Like as far as just the best?
Biggest hits.
Come on,
on Billboard for the most consecutive amount of weeks.
Wow.
And that was it. Number 1.
Billboard, do better.
I like how you take it up with me like I'm going to go and call. Excuse me. Can you guys speak to the manager, please? Thank you.
Can we speak to the manager?
Listen, I have the Bob for the job, okay?
You've got the Bob for the job.
I will call the manager.
She's Karen because she cares. She's Karen about it. Last hour, we told you about a survey where people were asked to rate 2025. So how would you rate life right now, according to last year? Let's see what's winning. Okay, 6 to 8. You know what? 6 to 8 is decent. It's not, it's better than 3 to 5 and definitely better than 0 to 3. But 31% in second place or 9 to 10. I would say overall, we've got some even keel happy viewers.
Okay.
Hey, 10%. How you doing?
We have some good news for you. 10%.
We do. This is for you, 10%. Okay, so you could raise the spirits of some ailing children while also raising money for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Just go to chla.org/Valentine and look at this. You can choose a card with one of 3 space-themed images. They're a unicorn jumping over the moon, a rocket riding koala bear, or a cheerful one-eyed alien in a spaceship. And then write a personal Valentine's Day message to bring some cheer to a patient.
Love this.
For each card sent by February 13th, Porto's Bakery will give $1 to the hospital up to $50,000.
Awesome. Love.
Please take part in this because, we want to raise those spirits and raise some money while we're at it.
Absolutely. Love Children's Hospital.
Yep, they do great things.
An exciting new exhibit opening this weekend at the California Science Center.
Yeah, Coco McAvoy is live with a preview of Mummies of the World, the exhibition. Good morning.
Hey there, Mummies of the World, the exhibition is making its grand return here to the California Science Center, and it's really interesting. There's so much to learn. I am here with Dr. Diane Perlov now from the California Science Center. Tell us about this exhibition.
Oh, the Mummies of the World has over 30 animal and human mummies from all over the world.
Yes, and what's so cool is we're looking at the Baroness right now. Tell us about her story.
The Baroness is quite interesting. She died at 37 and was buried in the family crypt in the castle that the family's had since the 14th century. On the outside, you can see that she looks similar to other mummies. We looked at her CT scans and we had those analyzed because that really tells the story of her lived experience.
Absolutely, and we want to walk over to the CT scan now. I find this really interesting because, like it says, you're kind of seeing beneath the surface, right?
Yes, that's right. And here you can see with her, you can see that she suffered from severe scoliosis. It made it hard for her to breathe, and it must have been incredibly painful.
Yes. And now when we go over to this mummy here, this is another mummy that was naturally preserved.
That's correct. This is a bundle mummy. We have 2 bundle mummies, and they're from Peru, from the Andean region of Peru. And this was a very respectful way of being mummified. And the mummy would be put in a fetal, the deceased would be put in a fetal position so that he would leave the world like he came into the world. And then then he would go on to the afterlife. The basket also has some amulets and some food in there to help him in the afterlife.
Oh, that's really beautiful, because I love how we were speaking about how all of these people were mummified in a respectful way.
Exactly. You can tell they were treated with respect, which is really, really wonderful. And we have CT scans of the male bundle mummy, which is amazing. And there you see there are 2 burr holes in the back of his head. And this is a surgical activity called trepanation. And they were there to relieve pressure in the brain. You can tell that he survived this because it showed signs of healing.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Diane Perlov, for really sharing this story with us. The exhibition is going to open on Saturday, and it will be open until September 7th. So you do have some time to come and enjoy this. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Coco.
Chatting. Thank you, Coco. Okay, so we're talking to our next guest. She turned her pain into purpose and built a skincare brand after years of struggle and healing.
Dr. Alyssa Robinson endured childhood abuse. Dr. Robinson. Time in foster care, homelessness, and domestic violence, making ends meet as a single mom. At 19 years old, education became her way forward, eventually earning her MBA, and now she's working towards her doctorate. It was motherhood that changed everything, especially when her son suffered from painful eczema, and nothing on the shelves could fix it. That journey led her to create Perfect Skin. It's a clean skin line born from years of research and lived experience. Welcome.
Thanks for being here.
Yes, it's a pleasure really to be here with you both.
You are an inspiration.
Oh, thank you. That means well.
For really, all the things that you've had to battle through, and then now launching your own skincare line, becoming an entrepreneur, it's pretty remarkable. So tell me how you landed on Perfect Skin.
Well, it stemmed from a problem. My son at the time was struggling with eczema, and all the products that I was using from store brands weren't working.
And they would burn his skin, right?
Yeah, it was causing burning, irritation. So I wanted to do what moms do best, which was figure it out.
Heal the world,
right?
right?
So my baby's pain turned into purpose.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was really driven to figure it out because of my education and being putting myself through school and really wanting to solve a problem with me not having the skincare treatment that's needed to heal the skin.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
I was going to say, what's the first step that you
kitchen?
Or, yeah.
So the first step I took was really just looking at the ingredients and trying to understand where does it all start. And so what I learned that it had a lot of fillers, which it had toxins, different chemicals that you probably wouldn't want to put on your skin. So I started with EWG, which was my foundation in understanding how formulations are. So the purpose of it was to create a natural skincare that anyone can use. It was NutriDense, means it goes really deep within the skin. It moisturizes it. It also helps with eczema prone, acne prone. It's hydrates your skin. You can use it not just for those problems, but you can use it for everyday life. You can use it even as a bonus for a makeup primer. So,
ooh,
yes,
okay.
It's everything.
Also hyperpigmentation, too, right?
So hyperpigmentation.
Your mom, you know that melasma is a problem.
And that's also what I used it for, too, after my postpartum as well. So it was a really driven idea that I just worked on every single day to create something that was just more bigger than me. And I did it. I'm still doing it.
I bet you go out there and you look at other skincare lines and they say they're organic or natural, and those are products you probably tried to use them on your child and there was something wrong with them.
Yeah, it was something wrong with them, usually because like the fragrances, the silicones, the different things that do irritate the skin. And so my idea was like, how about we take that away and actually apply something that's actually going to not only watch your skin drink in real time and hydrate it and bring it back to life, but also do healing for it too. So yeah, I wanted to create something that not only sensitive skincare users can like use every day, but just every average person can just enjoy and don't have to worry about things being on their skin that shouldn't be there.
How many children do you have?
I have 5.
Oh,
Five
my
children.
goodness.
How are you a mother of 5 and you're running your own company? Like, where do you get it? Where do you get the energy, the time?
You know, I think it's just every day when you wake up, you look at your kids and you're like, I got to keep going.
Yeah.
And so that is
they're your motivation.
They're my motivation, and just understanding that I'm not just doing it for me, I'm doing it for everyone around me. So it's always bigger than myself at the end of the day.
What would your message to be for other folks out there that are dealing with similar struggles? You've dealt with so much, from homelessness to an abusive relationship to going to foster care. I mean, you know, you really are an inspiration.
Right.
I would just tell them what your past has happened. It's happened already, but it's okay just to keep going, because every day is a new day and life can happen. It could change literally in the blink of an eye. And just to continue to stay positive, don't hang on to the bad things that happened. Just continue to hang on those little sweet moments that you have and use that to be successful.
Where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. You can find me, you can go to perfectskin.com. There's so many testimonials. Everyone loves the product. They are seeing results. You can go on there and see it in real lifetime.
Okay. There it is, perfectskin.com.
Alicia, thank you.
We're going to end it on that positive note. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Over to another mama, Samada.
Oh,
good morning.
Good morning. That's a perfect note.
Right?
Congratulations.
She's perfect.
Oh, she is. Good morning, everyone. Good Day LA Traffic, sponsored by Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.com. We have an issue to bring to your attention if this is part of your commute. At this hour, we do have a motorcycle versus a vehicle, and that's going to take away the fast lane. Northbound side of the 101 at Johnson Drive. Just a heads up there. And a heads up, foggy conditions still a problem. Lower visibility. This is going to be the 5 at Tustin Ranch through the Tustin area. Looks good. Vehicles are abiding by safety rules. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
I looked up and just ran.
Maybe we need to seek somebody who does have the expertise to be able to guide us through the process.
If you're getting to an accident,
you're in good hands by dealing with Jacob and Ron.
Call Jacob.
And welcome back. Looking for a monster good time? Get ready for big time excitement because Monster Jam is roaring into Angel Stadium of Anaheim with awesome trucks, amazing stunts, and action-packed excitement. It's the only place to see the legendary Gravedigger, Megalodon, El Toro Loco, and more. Coming to Angel Stadium for 2 huge events, February 21st and 22nd. And how'd you like to check it out? On us. Today, Good Daily wants to hook you up with 4 tickets and pit passes to Monster Jam at Angel Stadium of Anaheim on February 21st. Enter for a chance to win on our website at boxlane.com/contest or link through the QR code on the screen. Good luck to our viewers. Now let's send over to Maria for a check on your forecast. Maria.
And thank you, Samada. This weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. What a great shot outside. Beautiful LAX, seeing some sunshine. Are you ready for some hotter temperatures? It's going to get even hotter today and tomorrow, potentially tying and even breaking some records by tomorrow. Area of high pressure still in control. Clockwise flow of air around this ridge of high pressure, giving us that Santa Ana wind. And those winds are going to get gusty, especially tomorrow. So wind advisories will go into effect tomorrow, into tomorrow night, and into early Thursday. Clouds will start to arrive, though, by Friday into the weekend. We're going to watch an area of disturbed weather move just to our south, and that's going to bring us a slight chance for drizzle with another opportunity for some light showers. I'm really hesitant to say by next week, Monday to Tuesday. We'll wait and see if that pattern is actually going to change. In the meantime, though, the offshore flow and these gustier winds will kick up to 45, even 55 miles an hour tomorrow into Thursday for portions of Orange County and the Inland Empire. We still have that dense fog advisory up near the 5 freeway and that Grapevine. If you're headed to the beach, we still have some high surf in Ventura, 5 to 8 feet. That will be lowering this afternoon to around 3 to 5. And generally, that's the case for LA County beaches, Orange County into San Diego, with those temperatures in the low 70s. We do have strong rip current risk in the water, so be extra careful. 72 along our coast, getting up to 80 tomorrow. Downtown LA, 83 today to upper 80s, even nearing 90 by tomorrow. My goodness, it is February. It's not supposed to be like July. Valleys in the Inland Empire, 83 today, on up into the upper 80s tomorrow and Thursday. Some clouds on Friday with that chance for drizzle, especially up to the mountains. 58 today with those clouds increasing, like I said, and then a small chance maybe next week, Monday. High desert, 71 degrees. I'll send it back to you.
Maria, we are bringing the Good Day Cafe outdoors because we are getting ready for the big game. And what is better than one Boricua? How about 2? Giovanna Rangel is here to help us get game ready with the best sprinkle of grays. Thank you for gracing us with your presence today.
My honor, Amanda. Thank you so much for welcoming us back. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what we've been working on the back end. Super Bowl is right around the corner.
Super Bowl, Benito Bowl, whatever you want to
call it.
Right.
But I just wanted to let you guys know we created and we're paying homage to Benito, you know, Bad Bunny, that's going to be performing on Super Bowl Sunday. We recreated his casita that he had
famous from the concert.
Last
year.
The residency. During his residency, we kind of mimicked that as, you know, as best as my husband and my father could.
Where's Juan Hamon?
Hello?
John Hamm, are you in there?
Mr. Lin, where are you? And so we placed a, you know, stadium right on top of it. It's such a labor of love. And
this is amazing.
What better way to show up to a place and, you know, have all this?
You are my favorite charcuterie cutie because you realize that presentation matters. And this is the biggest football game of the year. So many of our viewers are going to have parties. What is one tip you can give us to making your charcuterie board pop?
One tip I can give you is elevation, okay? When your guests walk into your home, you want to make sure they feel loved, appreciated, and best of all, have a great time. Try not to do so much heavy type foods. Lean in on your grab and goes. No one wants to just stay in the kitchen, or maybe you do want to stay in the kitchen. You know? But lean into like the grab and goes that are easy to grab.
Deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs. Like we actually did these here. They're like little footballs that you have there.
Oh, so good.
We have fruit. We have meatballs. We have some sliders for you.
Red vines.
Girl, yes, I see you munching on those.
I did. I couldn't resist. Why are you extra excited? Talk about, you know, you can't spell pride without P. PR, right? So tell me about the pride you feel this Sunday.
Absolutely. I'm honored to be a Latina, but I'm also honored to be Puerto Rican. My father, born in Brooklyn, New York. Hi, Dad, if you're watching. Thank you, Father. I'm just so honored to be able to just bring our culture, hone in on our culture, whatever piece of it we can grab, and just, you know, represent.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, you know?
I love that. You're a proud Mexican Puerto Rican.
Yes, absolutely.
But on Sunday, we're all family, so come on in, family, because it is a family business.
It is a family business, family owned.
Who's ready for the big game? Woo! I love it. So it doesn't matter if the Seahawks win or the Patriots win. It's all about having fun, a little Bad Bunny, a lot of great food. Sprinkledofgrace.com. And as we go, tell people how they can have this at their house.
Okay, we are choosing one lucky person. Pay attention. Tag us on your story, Sprinkle of Grace, so that you can have this in your home. Thank you, guys.
For Sunday, they're going to drop it off. Okay, we will be right back. Let me hear you guys. Woo! Love it.
Oh, my God.
Good morning. Welcome to 9 a.m. on this Tuesday. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. Thanks for joining us. Let's take a look at today's headlines.
As fears grow over immigration crackdowns nationwide, locals are holding a rally to demand housing security for immigrants. We'll take you there live coming up.
Plus, California Attorney General Rob Bonta sues the parent company of a local children's hospital over gender-affirming care.
And big announcement for soccer fans. Listen up, Sandra. The new stadium is now expected to host matches for the 2028 Olympics. Before all that, though, let's talk weather. Okay, I know it's going to get warmer, but man, it was very foggy this morning.
We do have the fog out there still in a lot of areas, especially along the coast. But once the fog dissipates, you're really going to feel the heat. So bigger warm-up expected beginning today into tomorrow and Thursday. High pressure still in control of our weather. You can kind of tell because pretty much everywhere is mostly fair skies with the exception of that fog near the coast. Temperatures are starting to warm up a little bit. It was quite chilly earlier this morning. Now at least in the upper 50s in Corona and Santa Ana, 55 degrees there. 59 in Riverside. Downtown LA, it's warmed up to 64. 63 San Bernardino. It's 34 in Big Bear to that 73 already in Palm Springs. High temperatures today out in Palm Springs in the low desert. We'll get to those upper 80s. Low 70s in the high desert areas. Eventually in Big Bear, we'll get up to 58 with a lot of sunshine pretty much everywhere today. Downtown LA warming up to 83. Not like February at all. This is more like July. Mid-80s for the valleys and the Inland Empire, and then those 70s along our coast. I'll talk more about the warm-up coming up my complete forecast. Back to you.
Maria, thank you. Immigrant communities coming together to demand bold action from the LA County Board of Supervisors.
Mario Ramirez live in downtown LA with all the details. Good morning, Mario.
Yeah, good morning. That's right. Dozens already gathering here outside the Hall of Administration building, getting ready for a press conference. And take a look. You can see the group gathered here with signs. This is being organized by Immigrants RLA, a coalition of more than 100 local organizations. And this is happening as supervisors are considering moving forward with stronger tenant protections, including a proposal to raise the eviction threshold, making it harder for landlords to evict tenants over small amounts of unpaid rent. Now, that would cover unincorporated parts of LA County, but activists out here say that's not enough protection at a crucial time when all Angelenos, including immigrant families, are facing housing instability. I have David Albright here. He's one of the organizers. He's with the Los Angeles Tenants Union. Thanks for talking to us. Explain to me why you all are out here.
Yeah, so I'm out here today with the Los Angeles Tenants Union. We're here because we understand that Supervisors Hahn and Solis are trying to introduce a motion today to increase tenant protections during the siege of Los Angeles, but only for tenants in unincorporated Los Angeles. And to us, we say that's totally insufficient. A recent study showed that more than 93% of the raids that have happened since August in Los Angeles have happened in Los Angeles incorporated city. So we understand that any tenant protections that are passed need to be passed for Los Angeles City, for incorporated Los Angeles, which has more than 2 million tenants. So right now we are here to demand an increase in that rent debt threshold for all of Los Angeles, especially and including incorporated Los Angeles, where the vast majority of these raids are taking place.
Yeah, and we see all the support, several different unions out here. Why is this a crucial time for this rally out here?
This is a crucial time because, honestly, we've needed these protections since day one. In the Los Angeles Tenants Union, we've been demanding these protections since June. When the raids began that very first week in June, we began to demand an eviction moratorium or increased protections against evictions for tenants all across Los Angeles, because we understand that this is a crisis not only of deportation, but of mass displacement, and eviction is a part of that mass displacement.
David, thanks so much for talking to us. We have reached out for comment from Supervisors Hilda and Solis's office, but no comment as of right now. That's the latest here downtown. I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you. And new this morning, a federal judge blocked the Trump administration from ending temporary protections for Haitian immigrants. Temporary protected status was initially set to end today for 350,000 Haitians. The program began in 2010 and was extended multiple times as Haitians seek refuge from gang violence. The judge says she found it substantially likely that the administration was motivated by, quote, hostility to non-white immigrants. The judge now pausing the termination of the program while a legal challenge does go forward.
New developments in the standoff with Iran as anti-regime protesters continue. The country's supreme leader has told the foreign minister to start negotiating with American diplomats. For weeks, President Trump has been threatening to use the military against Iran. He had originally said if Iran killed peaceful protesters, the U.S. would come to save them. Now, more than 6,000 people have died, with some death toll estimates reaching as high as 30,000 or possibly even more. President Trump also saying that Iran needs to discuss its nuclear program or there could be consequences. Iran is believed to have enough uranium, enriched uranium, that is, to make 10 10 nuclear bombs.
Right now, we're talking to them. We're talking to Iran, and if we can work something out, that'd be great. And if we can't, probably bad things would happen.
Right now, talks are set for Friday in Istanbul, Turkey. In the meantime, the U.S. does continue to build up its military presence there in the Middle East. The move comes as U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff is expected to meet with Israeli officials later today to discuss regional security concerns.
Happening today, the House will hold a vote on a bill to end the partial government shutdown. Speaker Mike Johnson can afford to lose only one Republican on party line votes. The measure would fund most of the government through September and the Homeland Security Department for 2 weeks, giving lawmakers a little more time to negotiate potential reforms for immigration enforcement.
Republicans, whether the government shuts down, it's their majority. I'm not going to carry their water. We won't be complicit in funding ICE while this utter lawlessness continues.
We're going to get this job done, get the government reopened. Democrats are going to play games, and the American people can see who really cares about getting the job. Are you asking President?
Some Republicans are threatening to revolt unless their priorities are included. That's why President Trump is twisting GOP arms behind the scenes right now, posting on social media that, quote, there can be no changes at this time.
This comes as President Trump says he plans to lower tariffs on imports from India after the country agreed to stop buying oil from Russia. The president says he'll reduce the levy to 18%. That's a drop of 7%. For months, the president had been pressing India to cut its reliance on cheap Russian crude oil. President Trump says that India would also begin reducing its import taxes on American goods to zero and would buy $500 billion worth of American products.
We're tracking this international story out of Europe right now. French authorities have raided the Paris offices of Elon Musk's social media platform X. The prosecutor's office says French police are looking for evidence as part of their investigation into a wide range of alleged cyber crimes, including sexually explicit deep fakes and the distribution of child pornography. They've also filed requests for Elon Musk and former X CEO Linda Carino to voluntarily speak with investigators by April 20th. A spokesperson for X has not yet commented.
Lawyers for Sean Diddy Combs appealing his conviction and sentence. They have a court date scheduled for April 9th when they will argue for his release. A federal jury in New York City convicted Combs last July on 2 counts of transporting people across state lines to engage in prostitution. A judge ordered Combs to serve more than 4 years in prison. Combs's lawyers have argued their client's conviction should be overturned because Combs was engaged in voyeurism, not prostitution. He's scheduled to be released May of 2028.
Back here locally, Los Angeles teachers are one step closer to striking. Union members voted to authorize a walkout if contract talks with the district fail. They're demanding better pay, benefits, and funding for school student resources. Teachers say low wages and poor funding hurt both educators and students, with some schools even lacking basic supplies. The union did not issue a deadline. LAUSD issued this response. It reads in part, quote, the district is currently facing with structural fiscal challenges driven by declining enrollment, the expiration of federal relief funds, lower than expected cost of living adjustments, and rising operational costs.
California's Attorney General taking legal action against a local children's hospital over its decision to scale back gender-affirming care. Attorney General Rob Bonta suing the parent company of Children's Hospital of Orange County, Rady Children's Health, alleging it violated a merger agreement by ending hormone therapy and other gender-affirming treatments for around 1,500 patients. The hospital announced it would stop performing those services to minors last month, citing recent federal actions. Bonta says the move breaks a contract signed last year that required the hospital to maintain the same level of care to its patients through 2034. The hospital says it's reviewing the lawsuit and will address Bonta's concerns through the legal process.
All right, 6 new venues have been added to the LA28 Olympic soccer tournament schedule this morning.
Yeah, the new venues give fans across the country basically a better shot of seeing an Olympic event in person. Let's go to Gigi, standing by at the Rose Bowl where the gold medal games will be played. Hi, Gigi.
Good morning, Sandra and Roxanne. I know Sandra's excited, and so am I. And even though it's Los Angeles who's hosting the 2028 Olympics, we're learning today that some of the soccer games will actually be played in other states, for other states. Take a look. The selected stadiums span the country from east to west, starting in New York, and include Columbus, Ohio, Nashville, Tennessee, St. Louis, Missouri, and then right here back in California in San Jose and San Diego. Now, according to LA28, this will allow more fans from across the country to take part in the Olympics, and it will also help minimize travel for the athletes and allow them more recovery time. Now, these group stage and knockout matches will ultimately lead right back here to Pasadena for the final stage matches and those gold medal matches for both the men and women's tournaments in July of 2028. Now, the actual schedule for both the women's and men's games will be announced before the first ticket drop in April of 2026. So we've got about 2 more months to buy the tickets, but fans across the country, and we know that many soccer fans, and most soccer fans are diehard football fans, will be following the teams throughout. So it's going to be a road trip. Reporting live in Pasadena, I'm Gigi Gracia. Back to you.
We love a road trip. All right, Gigi, thank you. On to this now. Governor Newsom will be in Orange and Kern counties today to spotlight jobs and infrastructure. He'll start in Orange County at 9:30, so shortly now he'll be unveiling the region's jobs first plan to boost economic development. And then this afternoon in Kern County, he'll mark progress on California's high-speed rail project. These initiatives aim to strengthen California's economy and maintain its leadership in innovation and job creation.
9:12 coming up. Advertisers really hope you'll be watching the Super Bowl just for the commercials. In fact, they pay a lot more money than those ads than you think.
Oh, okay. Amanda's going to tell us just how much a slot during the Super Bowl costs. And don't forget about this. Fox 11 co-hosting a gubernatorial debate happening today in San Francisco. You can watch it live from 5:30 to 8 on Fox 11 or stream it on the Fox local app.
Yep, Marla will serve as one of the 3 moderators. We have more information online at foxla.com. So make sure you tune in for all of that. First, we got to check in on the roads out there, Maria.
Yeah, fog's still a problem out there in many areas. Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group and Accident and Injury Attorneys. Here's a look at our real-time traffic map. You can see the South Bay. We've got a lot of fog and also parts of Orange County and even into parts of the Inland Empire this morning. We do have a crash. This is an accident on the southbound 55 at Gore Point. This is in Tustin. Look at the backup. As a result, all the way back to the 5 freeway, even as far back as Catella. So just maybe want to avoid that area right now. Definitely foggy camera shot to show you here in Orange County. This is the northbound 73 at North Campus. At least it's moving nicely, but again, watch that fog. Here are the drive times in and out of downtown LA. Westbound 10 between 5 to the 4-5 headed to Santa Monica, 46 minutes. Northbound 110 between the 4-5 to the 10, just 32 minutes there. Here's some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. This weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casinos. So high pressure is in control of our weather. You can kind of tell. Look at how clear it is across the southwest right now, up and down the California coast, even all the way up to the Pacific Northwest. At this hour, we're looking at some dry conditions. High pressure will strengthen tomorrow into Thursday, and that's going to give us some gustier winds even. And so wind advisories will go into effect tomorrow, and temperatures will warm up even more tomorrow. So flirting and possibly tying and breaking some record high temperatures. Now that high will start to weaken on Friday as we watch this little disturbance move, just moves to our south, and notice some of the moisture that's getting picked up by the radar. So there's about a 10% chance we could see some clouds building up over the mountains and foothills and maybe even some light drizzle. That low will move out of here, and then we're going to watch this area of low pressure. This could change the pattern as we get into next week. So hopefully it will. We haven't seen any measurable rain in downtown LA since January 4th, and so we could use a little bit more moisture again. Until then, we are going to look for dry conditions. So fire danger will be up a little bit tomorrow. These winds gusting near 45 to even 55 miles an hour for portions of Orange County and the Inland Empire. So that wind advisory will go into effect tomorrow through Thursday. And there's still that dense fog up through parts of the 5 freeway. The winds right now definitely coming out of the northeast, but still on the lighter side. They will pick up in strength later today into tomorrow. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Maria. Hi, ladies.
Hi there.
Good morning. Okay, entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. We are counting down until the game. How many days? 5. That's right.
My husband wants the game to be canceled.
Because he's still upset about the Rams.
Right.
Of course. He's taking it really hard. I get it. Well, you know, we're counting down the day. Well, us except Roxanne's husband, we're counting down until the big game. And NBC is counting all the dollars they're making for those ads. Let me take you back. Get in the time machine with me. I'm going to take you back for a quick second. The first ever Super Bowl. An ad for that one cost $37,500 back in 1967. And back in 1967, that was quite a pretty penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not cheap. Sure. Okay.
Now we're here nearly 60 years later, and some companies are paying over 266 times that amount for just 30 seconds of your time. I love that commercial. You can't spend Benson Boone without Ben. Ben Stiller, baby. A 30-second commercial during Super Bowl 60 costs about $8 million on average.
Wow.
But some companies are saying, hey, you know what? We'll pay even more. We'll pay $10 million or more, according to Mike Marshall, who's the head of global advertising for NBC Universal. There were a handful of ads that were sold for $10 million or even more, which is a record high. Fans should expect to see more ads from the technology, pharmaceutical, and wellness industry during this year's game. I also want to let you know, a lot of people say location, location, location. But for the Super Bowl, it's duration, duration, duration. When during the game is it the most valuable real estate to have your commercial? And I will give you one guess as to where you think it is the most valuable to have your commercial.
Right before halftime.
Right before the halftime show. Right before the halftime
The
show.
10 million, how many more seconds do you get? Because it's 8 million for 30 seconds. So those who are willing to pay 10.
But it's also about where.
Oh, where
you, because let's face it, you know, 8 million is probably the fourth quarter. You never know, but it's the real estate of where you're putting your ad.
Okay.
And I'm going to, you know, obviously before the halftime show, the first quarter, pretty valuable. People want to see how the game starts, right? So these are valuable areas of real estate for the ads.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what else is valuable? Enjoying life. That's why we asked you this question today for our poll question of the day. You know, money can't buy happiness, but $10 million can make it a little happier.
Yeah.
On a scale of 0 to 10 million, how would you rank life right now? Looks like we've got 6 to 8. 6 to 8 on the rating scale. Where are you?
9, 10.
All right.
Yeah. 6, 7.
6, 7.
It's a Tuesday. Let's relax.
Yeah, Tuesday is actually the worst day.
Things are good right now.
Yeah, everything's good. I mean, the weather's great. What are we complaining about?
Come on, Sandy. Just rub it on me. Rub it off on me. Okay. Oh, I feel. Oh, 6, 7, 8. I'm at a 9. Thank you. contagious.
9:22 still to come. A lot more your way. And I'm stuck. Sandra, you want to help me out?
Yeah, but don't forget about today's hookup.
4 tickets and pit passes to Monster Jam at Angel Stadium of Anaheim on February 21st. Monster Jam is roaring into Angel Stadium of Anaheim for 2 huge events. You got February 21st and 22nd. To enter for a chance to win on our website, foxla.com/contest, or link through the QR code on the screen. We will select one winner tomorrow. Good luck, everyone. Big night tonight. The race for California governor takes center stage on Fox 11 and on our Fox local app. Candidates will face off in a high-stakes debate as key issues from public safety to the economy are front and center.
Fox 11's Marla Tejas is co-moderating the debate and has a preview of what to expect.
We are inside the Ruth Williams Bayview Opera House in San Francisco. This is the site of our gubernatorial debate scheduled for Tuesday night at 5:30 right here on Fox 11. Let's take you behind the curtain so you can get a good look of the stage that is just about set. We will have 7 candidates on stage, and we will be talking to them about things that matter to you, things like wildfire recovery, gas prices, immigration.
This is their first real big chance to hear from these candidates on the big issues.
We have a wide range of topics, and we do want to hear from you. We will tell you how you can do that during the debate, so stay tuned. Look forward to you joining us again on the Fox local app, KTTV, and KTVU.
And you can watch the California gubernatorial debate in San Francisco live from 5:30 to 8 on Fox 11 or stream it on the Fox local app.
They're setting up right now. Marla's getting ready. You just heard from her. She's one of the moderators.
All right, 9:27, still to come. Historical exhibit about to open in Exposition Park. Coco is there.
Good morning. That's right. Mummies of the World. The exhibition is making its grand return to the California Science Center. And coming up, we're going to take you to this portion of the exhibit that shows ancient Egyptian mummies that have been preserved for more than 2,000 years.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 9:30. I'm Roxy Carapadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. Let's take a look at today's headlines. Democrats get some of their demands in the fight over government funding, with changes coming to ICE operations today.
Plus, the mystery deepens around the disappearance of Savannah Guthrie's mother, while authorities now suspect she may have been kidnapped.
And a state bill may change how much tax you pay on gas, why some lawmakers say a mileage-based tax system is best for California. But first, a check on weather.
All right, let's talk about the heat that's building beginning today into tomorrow and even Thursday. High pressure will be in control, and then we'll see some cooling as this low pressure kind of brushes by to our south by Friday and Saturday, giving us a slight chance for some drizzle. And then as we look ahead to Monday, Tuesday, maybe this will change the pattern for real as we look at an area of low pressure that can bring us potentially some measurable rain. It's been a while, so I'll keep you posted as we get closer into next week. But in the meantime, today will be warm, 83 degrees expected for downtown LA. That's warmer than yesterday, 79, and certainly well above the average of 68. Our sunset time coming up at 5:26 this afternoon. 85 in Burbank today. This is more like summer. 83 in Woodland Hills, same for downtown LA. 78 in Santa Ana. Look at Long Beach, 82 expected there today. Corona, 86 degrees. Riverside, the same. Big Bear, eventually 58, and then 88 later in Palm Springs. I'll show you that 70 forecast in just a couple minutes. Back to you.
Immigrant communities are coming together to demand bold action from the LA County Board of Supervisors.
Let's go to Mario live in downtown LA with all those details. Mario.
On the Los Angeles County Board.
Good morning. That's right. This rally highlighting housing stability among immigrant communities, and you can see it is happening right outside the Hall of Administration building. Advocates say the message here today is urgent. They want county leaders to hear it directly from those most affected. Take a listen.
Seniors who work very hard living in this country, but just because of immigration status, after they retire, they are not eligible any kinds of federal, state income support. I think that's a very tragedy, and that's un-American.
We know that Supervisors Hahn and Solis are introducing a motion to expand tenant protections to 2 months of rent debt against eviction for only unincorporated Los Angeles. And we're here to say that's unacceptable.
Now, this rally being organized by Immigrants Are LA, a coalition of more than 100 organizations, and it comes at a moment they say is a breaking point for immigrant communities across the county. So supervisors are considering tenant protections, including a proposal to raise the eviction threshold from 1 month's rent to 2, making it harder for landlords to evict tenants over small amounts of unpaid rent. But that's in unincorporated parts of the county, and advocates here demand that be expanded to cover all of the county, an additional 2.3 million tenants. And supporters say this could provide critical relief for renters who are one paycheck or one emergency away from losing their homes. Now, as we continue to show you this rally here, we have reached out to Supervisors Hilda Solis and Holly Mitchell, who introduced the tenant protections motion. No comment, and we'll leave you with this shot here. We'll have another update coming up at the top of the hour. Live downtown, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you for being there, and we'll follow the story as it develops this morning. After weeks of unrest in Minnesota following the deaths of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, ICE agents in the state will now be wearing body cameras. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem saying the body camera program will expand nationwide as funding becomes available in 2022. Then President Joe Biden back in 2022 issued an executive order that federal officers wear body cameras. But President Trump canceled that directive after starting his second term. President Trump is now responding to his shift in procedure.
Well, it wasn't my decision. I would have, I leave it to her. They generally tend to be good for law enforcement because people can't lie about what's happening.
The deaths of 2 Americans in Minneapolis last month at the hands of DHS officers spawned nationwide protests. It also laid the groundwork for another government shutdown, with Democrats refusing to provide more funds to DHS. The Senate passed a measure on Friday to fund most of the government through September and DHS for 2 weeks as Congress considers changes to immigration enforcement. Now, on this day 4 of the shutdown, the House is set to begin voting.
And we're learning new details this morning about this next story that's making headlines across the country, including on today's cover of the California Post. We're talking about the mother of Today co-host Savannah Guthrie. Arizona authorities say she's missing, and they think the 84-year-old is a victim of a crime. The sheriff says Nancy Guthrie's disappearance was first reported Sunday morning. A friend from her church noticed she was missing service and then called one of her children. The Pima County Sheriff says when Nancy's home was searched, they found blood and a crime scene there, saying they're confident she did not leave her house on her own. We also know all her belongings were left behind. Her cell phone, keys, and her Apple Watch was still charging, but stopped syncing around 2 a.m. Sunday morning.
84-year-old lady who suffers
from some physical ailments, has some physical challenges, is in need of medication. Medication that if she doesn't have in 24 hours, it could be fatal.
The Pima County Sheriff says Nancy Guthrie is of great sound mind and that her disappearance is not related to dementia. In fact, she's sharp as a tack, they say. Savannah posted this message with words, "Please pray," to her Instagram page, saying in part, "We believe in prayer. We believe in voice raised in unison, in love, in hope. Raise your prayers with us. We need you." Authorities say they are not aware of any threats against Savannah Guthrie, who is in Arizona, as the search continues.
In the meantime, former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify in the investigation of sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Attorneys for the Clintons say the couple will testify before the House Oversight Committee to void a vote on contempt of Congress charges. The Clintons agreed to appear for depositions on mutually agreed upon dates about their alleged ties to Epstein. Neither Bill Clinton nor Hillary Clinton have been accused of wrongdoing, and both deny having any knowledge of Epstein's crimes.
New this morning, Planned Parenthood is voluntarily dropping its lawsuit challenging the Trump administration's ability to withhold Medicaid payments. The organization sued in July after President Trump signed a spending bill that included prohibiting federal funding from going to abortion providers. It says the suit is no longer the best way to accomplish its goal. Planned Parenthood says almost half of its patients rely on Medicaid funding, adding that 23 of its health clinics were forced to close due to the legislation.
Could Californians be taxed just for driving? That could be the case in a few years, but at this point, this is just an idea. State leaders are discussing ways to make up for a projected loss in gas tax revenue that could happen as early as 2030. Fox 11 spoke to Assemblymember Lori Wilson, who presented a bill that would tax drivers per mile to make up for the expected multi-billion-dollar loss. Wilson says this is about preserving the state's infrastructure and equity as well.
People who use EV or don't pay at all, and people who use fuel-efficient vehicles pay way less than those who use less fuel-efficient vehicles. So right now, our transportation infrastructure, which we use the gas tax for, is burdened on the most low-income among us.
It's important to mention that this is just a proposal at the moment. Wilson says several town halls and meetings will happen statewide to inform the public, and says voters will ultimately decide on this if it gets to that point.
In honor of Black History Month, everyone can ride the LA Metro for free tomorrow. LA Metro says tomorrow is Transit Equity Day, marking the day in 1955 when civil rights icon Rosa Parks refused to surrender her seat on a bus to a white passenger in Montgomery, Alabama. LA Metro says the Transit Equity Day was created to remind everyone that good public transit is a fundamental right. So tomorrow, LA Metro will offer free rides for passengers across city buses, rails, trains, bicycles, and Metro Micro rideshare.
Now to some entertainment news here. Disney has announced who will take Bob Iger's place and run the Mouse House. The company has named its parks chief, Josh D'Amaro, to succeed Iger as the entertainment giant's top executive. D'Amaro has been Disney's Experiences chairman, spearheading efforts for the company's theme parks, cruises, and resorts. He was named CEO after a unanimous vote by Disney's board yesterday. Bob Iger will retire for a second time as head of Disney on March 18th at Disney's annual meeting. That's the day D'Amaro will take over that position.
An exciting new exhibit is opening this weekend at the California Science Center.
All right, I'm excited about this. Coco live for us with a preview of Mummies of the World, the exhibition. I think my kids would love it. How long do we have before it's over?
Hey there, Mummies of the World, the exhibition is returning to the California Science Center on Saturday. It's going to be here through September, and there's so much to learn because you're also learning more about the person who was preserved as well. I'm here with Dr. Diane Perlov from the California Science Center. Tell us about this section of the museum, of the exhibition.
This section is our Egyptian gallery, and that is the type of mummy that most people think of when you hear mummies. We, of course, have mummies from from different parts of the world as well. But this Egyptian gallery is really a featured part. So, and in this gallery we have mummified animals, some burial objects, as well as two really wonderful mummies from the Ptolemaic period. I'm in front of Nes Min, who lived around circa 300 BCE, and he was mummified. And the mummies look on the outside, they look very similar when you just look at them from the surface. But we were able to work with Keck Medicine of USC, who assisted us by providing really advanced CT scans so we can get beneath the surface and learn more about their lived experience and the culture. And really, because of that, you now see them really as real people and as individuals. And so we're really fortunate here today to have Dr. Summer Decker, who really led that project at Keck. And she can tell you all about what her and her team did, these CAT scans.
Yes, we're so excited to talk to Dr. Summer Decker here. Hi, and tell us about what you're holding.
So this is actually a high-resolution 3D print based off of the medical imaging that we were able to do at Keck Medicine. We used the highest resolution CT scanner that we use every day for our patients, and we use the same technology. But we wanted to understand about our ancient patients here, if you will. So we were, instead of being able to damage the tissue, we were actually able to scan and go through really thin slices and understand exactly what he was facing. So this is actually Nes Min's lumbar spine, so it's his back, and so you can see that he actually had a vertebral fracture, so he had some injury and some problems to his back. So that probably caused him some problems when he was alive. And so the other thing that's been really interesting is, as we've been doing the analysis over just the last 2 weeks here, we actually found this really interesting hole here that we're starting to look at, because we think it could be man-made, which would actually indicate maybe a chance of a possible surgical intervention thousands of years ago. So we're really kind of investigating that right now.
Very cool. Dr. Summer Decker, thank you so much for speaking with us and for your expertise. I think that's what I've really enjoyed so far about visiting this exhibition, is the fact that you're not just looking at the mummies, you're learning more about how they lived. So that's something that you'll find really interesting too when you come and visit. Again, open through September. I'll send it back to you.
I know my kids' school field trip is set for there, so I'll be looking at that exhibit soon.
You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Coco, thank you. So Puerto Rico is celebrating one of their very own. Does this face look familiar? That's Bad Bunny, newly awarded with a historic Grammy win. The museum took home the Album of the Year award over the weekend, making it the first Spanish-language album to win the category. In honor of the achievement, thousands of tourists and locals gathered in Puerto Rico yesterday to express their appreciation for the artist.
Ahead of the Latin music stars performance this Sunday at the Super Bowl, Turning Point USA announcing its own headlining acts. This is part of the organization's counter-programming, which is offering performances by Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, and Lee Brice. The concert, billed as Celebration of Faith, Family, and Freedom, will air opposite the NFL's official halftime show, headlined, of course, by Bad Bunny. It will be streamed on Turning Point USA social media platforms. However, it's unclear which venue the concert will take place.
And final preparations are underway ahead of Sunday's big game, and San Francisco leaders are hoping the global spotlight helps reset the city's image.
We are ready to have the eyes of the world on San Francisco for Super Bowl 60. I always tell people, every San Franciscan, that my #1 priority is keeping everyone in our city safe.
Last time the Bay Area hosted a Super Bowl was in 2016 and has since struggled with pandemic fallout, especially in its downtown area. Now the mayor is touting a drop in crime with fewer homeless tent encampments. More than 1 million people are expected to visit the Golden City this weekend as the Seahawks take on the Patriots at Levi Stadium. All right, coming up, we're celebrating Black heritage with a spotlight on a superstar designer.
Angela Dean has dressed the biggest of the stars. It's from Halle Berry, Patti LaBelle. But it's what she did for Madonna that has her talking now. That story just ahead.